Hello and welcome to the Marketing Made Easy podcast. In this podcast, we give you tons of tips and tricks that you can use to help make your marketing more effective and easier. So, this is the second episode in our series about YouTube. So, last episode, we talked about why you should have a YouTube channel and how it is so important to include that into your marketing strategy. But one of the most common objections we get from business owners when we tell them that they should start a YouTube channel is they say, well, I don't know what to make videos about. So in this episode, I'm going to be showing you 6 different methods that you can use to create video topics. But not only video topics that you know your audience is looking for. This is such an incredibly important thing because a lot of business owners, when they get onto YouTube, they just kind of randomly create whatever videos come to mind, and then they just kind of hope and pray that their videos work well. But you don't have to do that because using these methods, you can know before you even record the video that the video is going to do well because you know that the topic you're covering is something people are searching for. So, the first of the points of how you can come up with these really good video topic ideas is do keyword research. Now, to a lot of people, that seems like a scary thing, talking about keyword research and SEO and all of that, but it really doesn't have to be. Because keywords are by far the best way to find the topics that your audience is searching for. So, in the next episode, we're actually going to cover how to do keyword research and give you an in-depth guide into how to optimize your videos with keywords. But here's kind of a brief overview of what keywords are. So keywords are words or phrases that YouTube uses to figure out what your video is about and who it'll show it to. So whenever you post a video, YouTube looks at all the details from it, the title, the descriptions, the tags, and even the words spoken in the video itself. And it pulls out little words and phrases that it thinks best describe what your video is talking about. Then, whenever someone on YouTube searches for one of those words or phrases, it matches your video to that search, and that is the general idea of how the YouTube algorithm works. So, keywords are really cool, but an interesting thing about them is that they are trackable. And what this means is that YouTube tracks how many people search for specific keywords every single day and every single month. And so you can actually use a couple tools to look at specific keywords and see how many people are searching for that. This is really cool because it allows you to see what topics are popular right now. Because we all know that as time changes, what people are searching for and what problems they're having are changing. So there could be a certain thing that was a problem a year ago that isn't a problem now. And there are certain things that weren't a problem a year ago that are a problem now. So using keyword research tools allows you to see right now how popular is this topic. How many people are looking for the answer to this problem right now. And that allows you to create very specific content that is targeted at what people are looking for right now. And so, like I said, we'll go more in depth into this in the next episode. But if you want to go ahead and get started and kind of take a look of how to do this and what it looks like to do some keyword research, a really simple area that you can start is with Google Trends. Google Trends is a website you can go to that basically shows you the search volume from Google searches. Now, it doesn't tell you exactly how many people have searched for it, but it does tell you the popularity of it over time. So you can see if the popularity of this keyword is rising or falling right now. And you can also compare different keywords to see which one is more popular and which one you should choose. So if you want to get started and just kind of get your feet into doing keyword research, then I would say start with Google Trends. Just play around a little bit, put in some keywords, see what it looks like, see what kind of results you can get from that, and that'll help you to start getting an idea of what your audience is actually searching for right now. The second point is to look at your competition. The odds are that you're not the only YouTube channel creating videos for your target audience. And I can say that from experience that there are people on YouTube creating content about everything. So the odds are you're not going to be the first who is targeting a specific set of people with a specific answer to their problems. But you can actually use this to your advantage because you can look at some of the channels that are already there, already on YouTube, solving the same problems that you do with the same target audience that you do, and see what things are working for them. What types of videos are they posting that are getting the most feedback from their audience? And this, now you don't want to actually copy them, like you never want to just copy someone else's content because that is completely fake and people will pick up on that. If you're not doing something yourself and you're just copying someone else, people will pick up on that and they will turn off your videos. It's just a proven thing on YouTube. But you can look at their channel to get inspiration. See what types of topics are doing really well right now, and then create some ideas of your own around that. And you can also use this for the opposite effect of seeing what videos you should not create. If they just created a video on a specific topic and that video completely bombed and everyone hated it, then you know very clearly don't create a video on that topic because your audience doesn't like it. So looking at your competitors is a really cool way to kind of get a glimpse of some ideas that you can start implementing. And it's also a great idea just in general to look at their entire YouTube channel. How are they doing things? What's the style of videos that they do? How long are their videos? All that kind of stuff. Because if things are working for them and you know you have the same target audience and you're solving the same problem, the odds are it's going to work for you. So you still always want to be unique and be yourself, but it is really useful to take a look at your competition to see what things are working for them so that you can see how you can kind of integrate that into what you're doing to make your marketing really effective. So point number 3, and this is one that a lot of people don't think about at all. Use the YouTube search bar. Honestly, the YouTube search bar is your best friend when it comes to video ideas. Now, why is this? It's because whenever you type something into the YouTube search bar, YouTube gives you auto-filled searches of what it thinks you want to search for. Now, the really interesting thing about this is that those auto-filled search results aren't actually based on what you do on YouTube. It's not based off the kind of content you watch. It is based solely on what people are searching for right now. So YouTube is literally saying, like, if I were to type in video marketing into the search bar, YouTube is going to autofill that with things after that of other things I could be searching for. And every one of those things, the whole reason they're up there is because that is what people are searching for right now. That is the most common response after what I have put into the search bar. So you can use this really easily to figure out what it is that your audience is searching for right now by just taking kind of vague keywords, like for instance, video marketing, and putting them into Google search and into YouTube search, and then just see what kind of responses you get and kind of play around with the wording some and see what different searches keep coming up over and over again, because those are the things that people are looking for right now, and they're going to be really great videos for you to create. And kind of a pro tip for using this method, there's something that a lot of people don't realize you can actually do with the search bar that is extremely helpful for this, and that is using underscores. So whenever you're typing in a search, you can, if you put an underscore somewhere in the search, you're telling YouTube, I want you to fill that section. So instead of just having it fill at the end of what you have said, you could have it fill in words in the middle of what you have said. And this is extremely useful because one big thing that comes in with optimizing your videos on YouTube is you have to find out the exact wording that people are using. For instance, if I were to create a video on how to create high quality videos for YouTube, all right, that would be a pretty good thing to create a video on. But the interesting thing is that there's a different amount of people who search for how to create a high quality video on YouTube than people who search for how to make a high quality video on YouTube. Even though only one word is different, they are two different search results in the algorithm of YouTube. Which means that if you say how to create high quality videos on YouTube, then if someone searches for how to create high quality videos, your video will be more likely to come up. But if they say how to make high quality videos, your video may show up somewhere, but it's not going to be at the top because it's not an exact match of what they were searching for. But using the underscore method, you can figure out what people are saying. So I could literally say how to underscore high quality videos on YouTube. And when I do that, I'm telling YouTube here, like, here's the words that I want in this search result, fill in the middle. And then it will put in the different words that people are using in place of make or create. And I can use those to figure out which one is best for my video. So I encourage you to just take some time and experiment with the YouTube search bar and see what kind of search results you can come up with, because it is an incredibly easy and free way of coming up with search results and video topics for things that you know people are looking for. Step number 4 is to stay up to date with the latest trends. People are always looking for the newest and shiniest things that they can find. And I don't think that's going to be something that ever changes. It's been here as long as I've been alive, and I imagine it's going to continue into the future, that people love new things. They love new developments, new changes, that sort of stuff. So you can pretty much almost never go wrong with making videos about new trends or developments in your niche. And these are really useful because they are very eye-catching. And it's very easy to get people to stop looking through a whole bunch of videos and actually watch your video when you catch their attention with something new. That there's this new development or this new software, this new product. And if they're interested in that kind of thing, then they're going to stop and go and watch your video. But how do you actually stay up to date with all of the newest and latest trends? That's something that a lot of people see as being really hard and complicating. And it can be, but if there are a couple things you can do to actually make the process really simple and easy. So the first off is watch other YouTube channels that are in the same niche as you. So, like for instance, with me, our YouTube channel is all about video marketing and video creation and all of that kind of stuff. YouTube marketing, that's what our channel is really focused on. And so all the time, I'm looking at other people who create videos about that. I'm looking at other video editing channels, other video marketing channels, and seeing what new things they're finding. Because the honest truth is that it would take hours and hours and hours for you to have to go and find every single new development and thing that's happening. But you can pull from all of these other creators who have found some of these things. And if you're watching one of their videos and they're talking about some new development that you think your audience would like, then you can create a video about it and explain that to them and bring that information to your audience. The second thing you can do is use Google Alerts. So Google Alerts is really cool because you can literally put in search results of things that you want to be notified about. And then Google will, whenever there's something new about that, it'll send you a report detailing all of the new things that have happened. So if your whole channel is focused on YouTube, then you can put in a lot of search results around YouTube into Google Alerts. And then when anything happens with YouTube, Google will notify you and give you links to articles about it and all that kind of stuff so that you can be one of the first people to know about it. And the last thing is to get your information directly from the source. Find the people who are the authority on what you're doing. Like for instance, using the same example as the last one, if your channel is all about YouTube marketing, then you should be following creators on YouTube. You should be following the development team, the CEO of YouTube, all of these different people who are constantly giving out the information about what's going on in YouTube. You should be following them on their social media so that when they release something new, you'll get notified about it, and then you can really be the first one to bring it to your audience because you literally heard it directly from the source and then brought it onto a video on your channel. So it's a really great way to stay up to date and also be seen as the authority in your field. All right, point number 5 of how to create video topics that you know your audience is looking for is to know your ideal clients. If you are a business who is using YouTube as your marketing and your goal is to bring leads into your business and start making money from that, then you really need to know your ideal clients well. Because if that's the case, then you don't want just anyone coming to your YouTube channel. You want people coming to your YouTube channel who are your ideal clients, who are the people who will buy from you. Because it doesn't really matter if you have a huge following on YouTube if none of them are ever going to actually buy anything from you. So it's worth it to make sure that your videos are specifically tailored to your ideal clients. So what problems are they facing right now that you could help them with? What struggles do you know they're always going through that you have the answer for, that you have the solution for? But it doesn't even just have to be problems. What if there's something that you know they really enjoy? Well, go ahead and create a video about that too. The point of it is that you should create every single video with your ideal clients in mind because you want your YouTube channel to be the place they want to go. You want it to be so tailored to them that as soon as they get here, they're like, oh my gosh, this is for me. This is exactly what I need. This has everything I need to fix my problems and to solve all of the issues I'm going through. So make sure that no matter what you're creating your videos about, that you create them in a way that you know your ideal clients will like. And number 6, listen to your audience. Now, this is a really cool thing. Instead of trying to come up with all of these topics yourself, why don't you just directly ask the audience you have? You can just, in the ends of your videos, or even just put out posts, and you can even do this off of YouTube. You can do this on your Facebook pages as well, things like that. But just ask the people who are following you, what would you like to see a video about? What is something I could help you with? What's a problem that you would love to see solved? And then when you get those responses, create a video about it. And this is great for 2 reasons. First off, it becomes really easy to find video topics that you know your audience needs because your audience is telling you directly what they need. But second, it makes your audience feel special. Whenever they say, hey, I'm really struggling with this, and then you go through the effort of creating a whole video about it, then they're like, oh my gosh, he created that for me. And that makes them feel like they were seen by you, and like they're special to you. And that is a huge way of building connection with them. And after that, they're going to want to watch your content more because they're like, well, this person recognized me. And after that, they build an even stronger connection with you, and that will eventually lead them to buying your products and services. So it's incredibly useful to ask your audience what type of content they would like to see from you. And that'll help you to not only create new content that you know they're looking for, but it'll also help you to build a stronger connection with them. So those are 6 methods that you can use to create video topics that you know people are searching for. In the next episode, we're going to be taking a deep dive into keywords and how you can use them to optimize your videos so that they get found by the right people at the right time. It is incredibly important, and it's taken me a whole lot of research to finally master these skills in our business and in the businesses of our clients. And so I want to save you the time of having to go through all of that and just show you the tips and things that I use all the time to make that whole process really easy. So make sure to tune in for that. And if you've liked this episode, then make sure to rate and review and subscribe to the podcast. That way you'll get notified whenever we post a new episode. And it'll also make sure that our message gets out to more people so we can help more businesses make their marketing easy. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.